going to bring you guys a tutorial on how to create a Django project on Windows or PC. So first things first, if you guys are on PC, obviously you're either using the PowerShell or command prompt. Open up one of those, whichever one you use. I personally prefer command prompt, so that's what I'm going with. And then what I want to do is, what we want to do is we want to create a virtual environment. So I'm going to cd into my folder that contains my environments. Don't mind me, I've been coding on the MacBook a lot more, so get a little bit confused with the differences in bash or in shell and command prompt. So now that I'm in my environments folder, what I'm going to want to do is type in, I believe it's call, and then the name of your virtual environment, which that's mine, Django/Pi or Django Pi Env, pretty much Django Python virtual environment. And then I believe it's scripts with a capital S / activate. That should do it. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Sorry if you guys hear the typing in the background. This mechanical keyboard is the worst, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So now now that we got our virtual environment started, I'm gonna go back to the desktop, which you guys saw me do, and then I want to change the directory. I want to move over to my YouTube folder. Right, that's the folder you see right here. So I'm gonna access this folder. Okay. Now that I'm in this folder, here's where I want to start my project. So what I'm gonna do in order to tell Django to create a new project is I'm going to type in Django -admin start project, and we're gonna call it YouTube PC. I guess that kind of makes sense. So now we created the project YouTube PC. What we want to do is we want to get into that directory. So we're going to move over to YouTube PC, change the directory to YouTube PC. Okay. And from here, we want to create an app. We want to create a Django application. But before we do that, let's check Visual Studio Code and see if it's creating. All right. So you see right here, this is our app. And then we have our manage.py folder right here, which is pretty much what Django just created. Django just gave us all of this just by starting a project. So we got our settings, urls.py, so on and so forth. Now what I want to do, let me see. Okay, so now where are we up to? We're up to creating an application. All right, so here we go. Now that we're in YouTube, our new folder that we just created, or our new project that we just created, we're going to want to type in Python manage.py. So this directly correlates with, whoops, what am I clicking here? No, not this. What am I doing? VS Code, that's what I need. Okay, so right here, right, this is our manage.py folder. This is the folder that we're accessing using this to start an application. So we're going to type in Python manage.py start app, and we'll call it YouTube _PC _app. Beautiful. All right, so now that that's taken care of, we're going to want to come over here to our Visual Studio Code. Okay. Now, as you see here, we have a new file called YouTube _PC _app. I mean, this is where most of the logic is going to go, or most of the code is going to go once you start building the application out. But there are a few things that we got to take care of first. So before we get started, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings.py, right here. I'm going to scroll down to where it says installed apps. Now over here is where we're going to put the name of the folder that we just created, which is our application name, YouTube _PC _app. So let's add that in, YouTube _PC app, and then make sure that you're adding your commas in. I'm going to save that, make this bigger so you guys can see. Now we're going to want to jump into our urls.py. Okay, so for the most part, we don't really need we don't really need any of this. We need the second line, or that's about it. Or yeah, so we'll need that. All right, so let's make it look a little cleaner. So as you can see here, we have from Django.urls import path. So it's just your path folder or your URLs folder, and then we're just gonna make a couple of changes to this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in include. Okay, and then here we're gonna change this. All this is gonna get changed, or most of it is gonna get changed. So within our path, we'll do empty quotations, single quotes, comma, to use that include we just added to the top, and then we're going to type in our app name, YouTube underscore PC app, and dot URLs. All right, we're going to save that. Now we're going to have to make some changes. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create a new folder inside of our application. So inside of here, inside of our YouTube PC app, we're going to have to create a new folder called urls.py, just like the one that comes preloaded right here that we just changed. So we're going to create a new file. I'm going to call it urls.py. And we're going to take this code that we just used, or that we just edited and changed, and we're going to paste it into here. Now there's a few changes that we have to make, right? So first things first is we're going to want to get rid of the include. We don't need that anymore. Okay, and then we're going to say from everything, so from period, import views. All right, and then for our URL patterns, we're going to change this to say views dot index. All right, and we'll save that. Now it's going to throw up an error, I believe, because we have to still add some stuff into our views to get this thing started, but we'll start out just like that. All right, so now that we're in views, we're going to create a function. We're going to call it def index request. So I'm going to take in a request. I'm going to return render request index.html. Okay, so you're probably confused what that means, so I'm just going to explain to you. So this is pretty much the function, right? The function we have here is going to return and render a request that we're making, and it's going to return the index, okay, of HTML, or the HTML file that we're going to create in about a second. So now we're going to come over to YouTube PC app again. We're going to create a new folder, and we're going to call it templates. Inside of our templates folder, what we want to do is we want to create a new file called index.html. So again, we'll use some HTML5 preloaded. Boom. We'll call it YouTube PC, and then just give some small little headers. So we'll give it an H1 and say hello YouTube. Okay, and we're going to save that. Now we got our views. Everything should be, make sure you're saving things too. Don't forget to save. Now that we got everything set up, we're going to come back into our PowerShell, or into our command prompt, and we're going to run the command python manage.py run server. So now you can see we have the server here. What you're going to want to do is, you see this right here, starting development server at HTTP, and then it's going to give you this little IP thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. It's Control C if you're on a the what is it? Control C for PC, and then I think it's Command C for Mac. We're going to come in here. We got this file opened up, and we're just going to paste that bad boy in. It's bringing me to something else, some other stuff I did. But as you can see, now we have our hello YouTube. Now if we want to edit it or change it or add some more stuff to it, we come back to our code. I'll add an H2 now. I got caps lock on. Call H2, and we'll say welcome to my channel. Oops, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and save that. And now once we go back to Google Chrome and we refresh the page, you'll see it changes the text on the screen. So now instead of just saying hello YouTube, it says welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Seriously, don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys like the content. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much how you get a Django application or a Django project started on PC. There's a lot more details we can go through, a lot more information we can get through. I know there's tons of people on YouTube that make content like this, but I feel like just sometimes being able to understand like how to do it initially and just getting a feel for it, and kind of start taking it to the next level and implement your own ideas and things of that nature. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna try to get more content out for you guys. I think the last video I posted was like a year ago or something like that, but I'm gonna try to get more content out for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you like the content on the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.